Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the oldest and most heated debates in tech, MacBook versus Windows laptops. But we're not talking about the past, we're looking at the landscape right now. In 2026, a lot has changed, and the best choice for you might be surprising. Is Apple's polished ecosystem still worth the premium, or has the diverse and powerful world of Windows finally pulled ahead for good? We're going to break it all down across 9 key categories to help you make the right call for your next big purchase. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about the price. This is often the first hurdle for many people. Historically, MacBooks have always been positioned as premium devices with a price tag to match. In 2026, that hasn't changed. The entry-level MacBook Air is a fantastic machine, but it still starts significantly higher than many entry-level Windows laptops. When you start looking at the MacBook Pro line, the prices climb steeply, easily pushing into the thousands for well-spec'd models. On the other side, the Windows world is all about choice. You can find ultra-affordable laptops for basic tasks, powerful mid-rangers that offer incredible value, and high-end beasts from brands like Dell, HP, and Razer that compete directly with, and sometimes surpass, the MacBook Pro in price. The winner here really depends on your budget. If you want the absolute cheapest option, Windows is your go-to. But if you're comparing high-end to high-end, the price difference has actually narrowed a bit. Now for the big one, performance. For years the conversation was about Intel versus, Intel, but since Apple's transition to its own M-series silicon, the game has completely changed. In 2026, we're seeing the latest generation of these M-series chips, and they are performance monsters, especially when it comes to efficiency. For tasks like video editing, graphic design, and music production, MacBooks offer incredible speed and responsiveness, all while barely making a sound or getting hot. The integration between Apple's hardware and software is just phenomenal. However, the Windows side hasn't been standing still. AMD and Intel have been firing back with incredibly powerful and more efficient CPUs of their own. For raw, unadulterated power, especially in specialized tasks that require specific hardware configurations or immense core counts, a high-end Windows workstation can still outperform a MacBook. The choice here comes down to your workflow. For creative professionals who value a seamless, efficient experience, the MacBook is incredibly compelling. For those who need maximum raw power or specialized components, Windows offers more flexibility and potentially higher ceilings. Next, let's look at battery life. This used to be a clear win for MacBooks, and honestly, it still largely is. Thanks to the insane efficiency of the M-series chips and Apple's tight control over its hardware and software, you can expect all-day battery life on a MacBook Air, and even the powerful MacBook Pros can go for surprisingly long stretches without a charge. It's a game-changer for students and professionals who are constantly on the move. Windows laptops have made huge strides though. Laptops built on the latest ARM-based Snapdragon platforms are showing incredible endurance, often rivaling the MacBook Air. Even traditional Intel and AMD laptops are more efficient than ever, with many premium models offering a solid 8 to 10 hours of real-world use. But for now, if you want the absolute best and most consistent battery life across the entire product line, from entry-level to Pro, Apple still holds the crown in 2026. Let's move on to the operating systems. Mac OS versus Windows 11. This is where personal preference plays a huge role. Mac OS is known for its simplicity, clean interface, and user-friendly design. It's incredibly intuitive, stable, and secure. The integration with other Apple devices through features like handoff and AirDrop is seamless, and for many a reason to stay within the ecosystem. It just works. Windows 11, on the other hand, is the pinnacle of flexibility and customization. It's an open platform that runs on a massive variety of hardware and supports the largest library of software on the planet. You can tweak it, customize it, and make it your own in ways you simply can't with Mac OS. It's also become much more polished and user-friendly over the years, with a redesigned interface and better performance. There's no objective winner here. If you value simplicity, security, and a system that gets out of your way, Mac OS is fantastic. If you value choice, customization, and the widest possible compatibility, Windows is unmatched. Speaking of compatibility, let's talk about the ecosystem. Apple's walled garden is both its greatest strength and its biggest weakness. If you own an iPhone, an iPad, and an Apple Watch, a MacBook fits in like the final piece of a puzzle. Your messages, photos, and files sync effortlessly across all your devices. It's a cohesive and powerful experience that's hard to replicate. The Windows ecosystem is, it's the internet. It's more fragmented, but it's also more open. Microsoft has done a great job with its PhoneLink app, which brings your Android phone's notifications and messages to your PC. Cloud services like OneDrive and Google Drive work across all platforms, creating a more brand-agnostic ecosystem. So, if you're all in on Apple, the MacBook is a no-brainer. If you mix and match your devices, say an Android phone and a Windows PC, that ecosystem works perfectly well too. It's a choice between a perfectly curated, exclusive club and a massive open tool party. Now, for all the gamers out there, this one is pretty straightforward. While Apple has been making efforts to attract more game developers with tools like their game porting toolkit, the reality in 2026 is that Windows is still the undisputed king of PC gaming. The sheer volume of games available on platforms like Steam, the Epic Games Store, and PC Game Pass is staggering. You also have far more control over your hardware, with the ability to upgrade graphics cards and access a massive range of gaming-specific peripherals. Gaming on a Mac has gotten better, and many popular titles are available, but the library is a fraction of what you'll find on Windows. For casual gaming, a Mac is fine, but for any serious gamer, a Windows laptop is the only real choice. What about for business and productivity? This is a much closer race. For decades, Windows has been the default choice for the corporate world, and for good reason. It has unparalleled legacy support for enterprise software and hardware. Most businesses are built on Windows infrastructure. However, the rise of web-based applications and the bring-your-own-device culture have made MacBooks increasingly popular in the workplace. For general productivity tasks like email, documents, spreadsheets, and presentations, both platforms are excellent. MacBooks are often favored by creatives, marketers, and executives for their design and ease of use. Windows machines, especially from lines like Lenovo's ThinkPad or Dell's Latitude, remain the workhorses for finance, engineering, and IT departments that rely on specific Windows-only software. This one is a tie, and the best choice depends entirely on your industry and your company's IT environment. Let's consider a factor that's becoming more important: repairability and longevity. Apple's devices are notoriously difficult and expensive to repair. With soldered-on RAM and SSDs, upgrading your machine after purchase is virtually impossible. If something breaks out of warranty, you're often looking at a very costly repair from Apple or an authorized service provider. The right to repair movement has made some small gains, but MacBooks remain lockdown devices. Many Windows laptops, though not all, offer much better repairability and upgradability on many models. You can easily open them up to swap out the RAM, upgrade the storage, or replace the battery yourself. This not only saves you money but also extends the useful life of your device. For repairability and the ability to upgrade, Windows laptops generally offer a significant advantage. Finally, let's talk about long-term value. This is a tricky one. MacBooks have an incredibly high initial cost, but they also hold their value exceptionally well. You can sell a 3 or 4-year-old MacBook for a surprisingly high percentage of its original price. Apple also provides software updates for its laptops for many years, typically 7 or more, which keeps them secure and feeling fresh. The resale value of Windows laptops varies wildly depending on the brand and model. High-end devices from premium brands hold their value reasonably well, but budget and mid-range laptops depreciate much faster. While you can keep a Windows laptop running for a long time with upgrades, the official software support from Microsoft isn't always as long as Apple's, so while a MacBook is a bigger investment up front, its strong resale value and long software support mean it can sometimes be the more economical choice over a 5 to 7 year period. So, after all that, which one should you buy in 2026? It really comes down to you. The MacBook is for the person who values a seamless, simple, and secure experience, especially if they're already in the Apple ecosystem. It's for the creative professional who needs incredible performance and efficiency in a polished package and is willing to pay a premium for it. The Windows laptop is for the person who values choice, flexibility, and control above all else. It's for the gamer, the business user with specific software needs, the tinkerer who loves to upgrade, and the budget-conscious buyer. There is no single best laptop, only the best laptop for your specific needs, workflow, and budget. I hope this detailed breakdown helps you make a more informed decision. Let me know down in the comments which side you're on and why. What's the most important factor for you when choosing a new laptop? Thanks so much for watching, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tech deep dives. See you in the next one.